What's going on, everyone? It's Rando. So I was sent another pocket knife to try. This one's by HX Outdoors, and this is their rock fluorite. I'll drop a link for the item itself in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Now, it was sent to me to try out on the channel. That being said, I'm going to give an unbiased review. I want to, actually see how it works, how it holds up, how it feels to carry. I mean, there's so many uses for a pocket knife, whether you're whittling some wood, whether you're walking your dog, whether you're on the toilet, whether you're in the shower. It doesn't matter. You could always need one or have one by your side. Even though guns are very important to have as far as your EDC setup, a really good pocket knife is also important. Now, this one that was sent to me, I believe can be had on sale right now for 30 bucks, but I think it's as expensive as maybe up to 50 on Amazon. Now, I have no discount code for you. Sorry for that. But not a bad price just for just for a pocket knife, especially for the features that it offers. So let's take an up-close look at it real quick, give you my initial impressions, do a little bit of testing, and go from there. So we're up close with the HX Outdoors rock fluorite. They give you this kind of cool package with it. I think it's kind of important to at least have a good show of it instead of just sending you a kind of a chintzy little box. They definitely kind of kill it with this. I mean, let's open this and do this one-handed. But I think that you could actually repurpose this cool little box. All right, so first opening the knife, we have just kind of a little card, their social media stuff with a QR code. It's not a sticker or anything, but gives you some information. And you also get a cleaning cloth. All right, sure we'll be using that. Get it open. So looking at this, this is my first time opening it. So a pocket clip here that is only able to be single-sided. Feels like it would have pretty decent retention on it. I'm going to wipe it down because it's got some oil from the shipping on it here. But obviously this is meant to be a pocket knife, kind of carry style knife. The handles are a titanium alloy, at least that's what it says on the site. And they feel nice. Now again, they're pretty darn slippy because there's some oil on it. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but just some kind of oil from shipping. So I can actually use their cleaning cloth to wipe it off. I don't mind some of the sand in the background here. So use the cleaning cloth to actually wipe it off, get some of that oil. Now that the oil is wiped off, to be honest with you, not too much like texture for the surface goes. Like if this had the oil on it and you pulled it out and really wanted to hold on to it, I don't think you're going to get the best grip on it when it's wet. That being said, there's at least a little bit of texturing, but again, not the best. Let's try to deploy here. Now this is going to be like a flick style open with this kind of little knob here. Nice. It deployed really easily. Blade length, we're working at just almost 3 inches on that, and overall just over 7 inches with a weight of about 3.19 ounces. Obviously a liner lock here, and let's take a look at it. Just with the initial deployment, where it's sitting, I mean, it has enough grab on it and it doesn't feel like it's going to spring back. Let's see if I can just close it with one hand. And I can. Got a little hole down here like for a lanyard. Oh, now this thing is, like, as you can see, let me deploy it again. Now here's their logo and D2. So as it says, it's made out of D2 steel. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not fully stainless, so maybe that's why they shipped it oiled, because you actually have to it and care for it well so that it doesn't corrode. Now it does have some corrosion resistance, but at the same time it's not fully stainless, especially in humid conditions. You can only imagine that carrying this, especially in a pocket and outdoors, it might get a little damp or moist or even wet. Now D2 steel itself is a great steel for knives and tools, and it's proven itself in toughness and wear over the years, so not a bad choice there as well. Now you're probably wondering about hardness, because that's important whenever we're thinking about outdoor knives, pocket knives, or what have you. Now this is 56 HRC. Now that is good for like really good duty kitchen knives, for outdoor knives. It's supposed to maintain a good sharp edge a little bit longer, and it should be reasonably easy to resharpen. That being said, less than 56 on the hardness scale are not really good for retaining an edge in outdoor use, but can still be used. But the ideal is between 56 and 59, which is hard enough to use for, like, you know, moderate wear and stuff like that. But it's not so brittle that it should crack under stress, but deform a little, which that deformation, I'm assuming, could be resharpened fairly easily. Pretty good in the hand. Let's take a look. Now, let's do just the general sharpness test. Of course, we got up first the paper test. Let's see if they shipped the blade nice and sharp. And they did, so that's always a good thing. As you can see, I've been stabbing it into wood as I go along. I'm just trying to see how this point turns out. Now, the nice edge on this, the sharp, you know, everything like that they did is road just clean, okay? Stamping, everything. Looks good. Let's cut some cardboard. And it's cutting through the cardboard just nice as well. Let's step it up a little bit though, because sometimes you have to cut wire. Now, again, none of this has caused any deformation to the edge, which I did not expect it to whatsoever. But let's just see if wire can cause any issue as well. Now, this is 18 gauge, just copper. Trying to use like different parts of the blade to cut it here. And no deformation going through that whatsoever. I really didn't expect it to, but at the same time, this is something that I would hope a general pocket knife can cut through without causing damage to the blade. And it's cutting through just fine. And obviously I'm sticking it in wood a whole bunch here. Oh, guess I stuck it in the wire too. And not too bad. As I said, as far as holding this goes and then trying to hold it and get a good grip to stab through, I don't really feel it slipping or anything like that, but I think the surface of it could be just a little bit more abrasive to hold, because I would really hate to, stab into something and slide down and cut myself needing to go get some sutures or something fun like that. And through all that, the liner lock did not, give out or anything like that. It deploys very easily. I really don't have to put much force behind it. It's nice and crisp. Audible lock, nice. There's a couple little cuts in the blade up here. Now, as far as getting maybe some thumb surface area on it and some grip, which is a nice thing. Yeah, not bad. Oh, it even says, I didn't see that there when I first opened, but it even says titanium alloy on it. All right. Overall, though, real slick looking knife. I think it's going to work well for pocket carry, and I might as well throw it in my pocket and carry it around a little bit and see how it holds up. Again, liner lock, working great. Able to use everything with one hand, because there are going to be some times in life when you're only one-handed. All right, so I've been carrying this a few days. Overall, from my initial impressions, I feel the edge geometry is actually really nice. I mean, obviously you saw it cut some very basic things and it held up nicely, but over the last few days, nothing has changed. The edge, like the grip itself or the texturing of this is still, to me, what's actually kind of lacking. Now, is it gonna immediately fly out on my hand when using it? No. But do I feel that it could be just a little bit better? Yes. These deep little grooves here that are cutouts, now you can feel them. There's an obvious ledge, but nothing that's actually feels like it's going to cut you. One thing I failed to mention on the up close was there's this like finger notch right here, and I think it's more so designed so you can put your thumb in here and then your pointer here, and you can actually kind of ride up on it a little bit or choke up on the knife itself to do some cutting, or at least have some grip to it. Now you can hold it back here, but you can still do that, which feels very comfortable in the hand, and I don't feel like this little edge is going to cut you at all. Still looking great. I mean, I've gotten it wet, carried it in pocket, and just kind of did a basic wipe down of it. Outside that realm, the retention in the pocket is really nice, and it feels overall well. Now, obviously, it has the finger flick deployment, which is not like, you don't just gingerly flick and it comes out. It actually takes a little bit to deploy, which is fine. But like, let's say you can't do that and you have to use a finger. You can still do that with this large gap right here that can actually get a fingernail in and flick open. So that's kind of a nice feature as well. Overall though, you know, not bad. Even though this was sent to me for free, this is definitely something that I would consider buying myself. The quality, the crafting of it, the edges, you know, nothing wants to catch or nothing wants to bite. I feel all the screws are put in well, nothing's loosening. Overall though, like, I think it was constructed very well, very purpose built, and it has a nice weight to it. Now I know it's like 3.19 ounces, I believe, but as far as a pocket knife goes and something that you want in your hand to use, I feel that it has a nice enough weight that it's not gonna, you know, fly out of your hand or anything like that. You know it's a tool that you're holding, and the weight to me, it just tells me it was made well. Hey, give them a shot. Why not? Go check them out. HX Outdoors. Hey, thanks for watching my review of this HX Outdoors knife. As always, be safe, be kind. God bless everyone. I'll catch you next time.